Alright guys, Professor Salt. It's rough surf today. We're going to try something different. I figured I'll give you a tour of the kayak and show you what all I put on it, what I've done. Doesn't mean it's the only way to do it, but certainly works for me. So I've had a lot of questions about the crate from different people. So this is my crate. You can see I took two crates and put them together. So right here starts the bottom crate, and that bottom piece was the upper part of the old crate. I just took it at one of the plastic lines like this and sawed it right below that, and then used zip ties to put it onto the other one to raise it up. My kayak behind the seat comes with this big flat area, and I put my lunch in a bag, clip it to the crate. So on the crate, it's all black, so it doesn't show very well, but you can see my horizontal rod holders. So when I'm trolling, I can keep with two 7-foot rods and keep them almost 14 feet apart at the tips. Zip ties in the back for a hinge. It opens and closes. That way I've got it shut. And if I turtle in the surf, like I've been doing a lot this summer, not an issue as far as losing your gear. From the back of my seat, I tie on some small ropes. I use parachute cord. I like it. Clip onto the reel up here, and that way you have room to remove your reel, bring it up here and use it, put it into the other positions. I'm still wet kayak, but you can move it back and forth. You just won't be able to move the rod from the right to the left unless you disconnect it. And on the other side, a couple more rod holders, but I don't put anything in the back just because it's difficult to reach. I've got more tank well space, but kind of clunky rod holders, paddle holders, and a lot of people don't like them, but I needed something that will hold my paddle out of the way and it's not going to come loose. Something else I do is I need some needle nose pliers handy, so I clip them right here where my seat clips. I can get it off, I can use it, play with it while I'm out there, and as soon as I need to, I hook it back on there and I'm good to go. Also my rod, I hook my leash up to the seat support. And something I do for my seat, I've got a nice seat. Sounds like the cops are chasing somebody down the road. But I've got a nice seat. It's cushioned, but if you're out there for a long period of time, I went to Academy and bought one of their roll-up closed cell foam sleeping bag cushions. Put 2 layers together and glued them together. And then importantly, I cut out a spot for my tailbone, and when I sit that there, I don't get sore. In one pants pocket, I'm always going to take a pair of cutters, because when that fateful day comes and you do get a hook in you, once you can push it back through the skin, clip it off, you can pull it back out and you don't ruin your day totally. Something I like that I've found lately is this. Goes around your neck and hangs there, and it's a dry bag for your cell phone. Cell phone hangs in there. You can use your touch screen through it. It floats if you drop it. You can make calls. It cuts out all the wind noise, so it's kind of nice that you can make calls on a windy day. You can hear them, they can hear you, and there's no wind noise to deal with. And then the fish bag. I've turtled enough, I've knocked the connections off several times. Luckily it's got this big heavy strap running all the way around it, so I keep putting new strap material, sew it all on there. I'm not a seamstress, but I can sew enough, tack it down enough that it'll clip. And then on my front edge, I've got these straps. I just put a loop around each end of the strap and it holds the bag on pretty well. And then in the front, last time I turtled, broke my handle. Got to replace the handle again, but I've tied a piece of rope on there so that I can secure the front end. I've got a lunch bag, and a lot of you guys have commented it doesn't keep your ice cold all day, so I bought 2 lunch bags. I stuffed one inside the other. I don't even close the inside one, I just zip the top one, and it's got a holder on it with a carabiner. I can clip it on and it won't come off in the surf. It may roll to the side, put it back on, it's good. And then the last thing is my camera stick. And a couple of things I've done is, that's an ugly one, but I just did this at the last second. I whittled out an area so that when you put it in here and twist it, it twists in and locks. Put a piece of pool noodle around it and use a little electrical tape. It's ugly, but it works. And then I bought this little puppy off of Amazon. This is nice. I don't know how well you can see it. It's Geodos. It's called the Geodos Mini Ball Head. And what it does is it allows you to swivel your camera to whatever position you want. So you can see yourself, you can look at the fish, you can look at whatever. And once you secure it, it's stuck. It's not going anywhere. So it's kind of nice. It's about 12 bucks. One more thing. On days that I take on water, I have a bailing system built in, and mine is not the fanciest bailing system. It's just a car wash sponge. But when you've got 1/8 of an inch of water in the bottom, it's not easy with a scooping cup to pick that stuff up. Well, the sponge will do it. So I'm considering putting a big cup in there also, but the sponge works. I'm puffing. My kayak comes equipped with a plastic pouch, and I keep my dry boxes. This one, I'll keep my license, I keep my keys, sunglasses, any of that. And this one has got the remote for my camera. It's got an extra battery or 2, other electronic stuff that I need. I can reach it right there behind my seat.